football is a collision sport. So is mixed martial arts, and there's some UFC going on. And our boy Eve Edwards, the Thug-Jitsu master, also in our Laying Down the Law fantasy football league. He was fighting last night. I think he got robbed. But let's go to some folks that know what's going on, that have their finger on the pulse. We appreciate it. And they also hail from the ATX, man, right here in Central Texas. So right now on the Talk About Hotline, we've got Brian Churchin of Nonstop MMA.
How's it going, Voss? Mike, Eddie?
What's happening?
How are you?
Now,
all right.
let's get this straight, because I love this. It's MMA nonstop, but it's nonstop MMA when you go on the Twitter, or do I have it backwards?
No, you're exactly right. Somebody got our little setup before we did. I guess they're wanting us to make a little purchase from them. But yeah, Nonstop MMA on Twitter.
Exactly. Well, you gotta love a capitalistic society, and the capitalists they fight, and
I think they should get in the ring for it.
Yeah, let's do that, man. Huh?
Hey, let's do it, man. Let's do it. It's
like
about
your
that
odds.
time.
And we can promote it, and that'd be great. But I like I said with the preview here, Bri, is that I think Eve Edwards got robbed last night. I think he, that's me. But you follow the sport a little bit closer. You've got your fingers on the pulse. What were your thoughts about Eve Edwards?
I'll tell you what, he fought a really game competitor in Tony Ferguson last night. Tony, those two guys basically for their whole careers, they've done nothing but stand up and really just show a lot of boxing skills, Muay Thai skills. They did it again last night. I tell you what, that fight could have gone either way. I don't think it was as lopsided as the scorecard said.
Okay.
But I think that where he did get robbed, that was a fight of the night kind of fight. Those guys laid it all out and put a pretty good hurting on each other.
Yeah, and of course, am I biased? Absolutely, I'm biased, and I don't sit there and go, well, from the analysis. No, I'm biased. I mean, it's a friend. We know him personally, and I'm supporting my guy.
Well,
that's why you call.
I think a split decision might have been something more palatable.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I agree absolutely. He definitely had his offense. Yeah, you could say that he won the second round. And,
yes.
The third round was back and forth. So yeah, absolutely.
What else stood out and highlighted your evening last night in regards to the program as well? The Ultimate Fighter.
If you look at what the UFC's done over the past couple of weeks, they had the UFC on Fox a couple of weeks ago with the big guys. Last night was the little guys, literally half the size of a Junior Dos Santos and a Cain Velasquez that we saw before. Now, these guys are just constant energy. They're tough dudes, and these fights, as they were for the whole season, they were awesome. They were good fights. Again, a lot of striking, a lot of ground game. The fight that stood out for me was the fight that actually did win fight of the night, was Diego Brandao and Dennis Bermudez, where these guys literally, it was shades of Hendo and Shogun knocking each other down, almost knocking each other out, and then this one actually finished via a sick armbar.
Explain to everyone how Brandao just broke Bermudez's arm.
Literally watching the way it finished in slow motion. Diego Brandao's charging in. He's trying to finish the fight, swings a little bit wild, and then gets caught with a short right hand that puts him on his back and literally maybe out for a very split second. And in the same fashion of a split second, Dennis Bermudez literally left his arm on Diego Brandao's neck for maybe a quarter of a second too long, and he switched his hips, threw a leg over his head, and popped his arm.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Slow motion, it was fast.
Yeah. You just, it's impressive. And again, the nice thing about MMA is you can, if you're, privileged or you want to pay, you can get close enough to the action. When you get up close to the cage, it's a lot faster and a lot smaller than what you think when you're watching it on HD, Bri. I mean,
yeah.
You know, these guys, there's not a lot of places that you can go and hide out when you're in it. I mean, it's designed for intimate contact, meaning collision, arms being broken, noses, blood, things of that nature.
Yeah, and the broken arm literally happened, I mean, as fast as you could see it happen. It was a switch and a break, and that's it. Fight's over.
Yeah. Yeah, and these are highly skilled athletes. They've played other sports. They've used the techniques and fundamentals of other disciplines and combined it with, I think, is the 21st century kind of the boxing. And I know boxing trying to make a comeback, but I'm much more interested in how UFC and mixed martial arts has put together their product. I think it's a great experience, and I know some people may not like what it's involved, but for those who do like us, it's a great product. Eddie.
And let's move on to next weekend, the UFC 140.
Stacked. It's
light heavyweight champion John Jones against former champion Lyoto Machida.
The Dragon.
And also both Nogueira brothers.
Yes. And Frank Mir.
Yeah, go ahead.
And I said, and Frank Mir, I mean, there's a whole bunch of folks fighting next week. This will be awesome.
Yeah, this is an excellent fight card, and for folks who are just a little bit knowledgeable about what's going on, John Jones. I mean, he's the up and comer. He's pretty much the face of the UFC right now. This will be the fourth time that he's fought this calendar year. At the beginning of the year, he fought to earn a shot at the title. Then he won the title. Now he's defended the title, and these are all against. It's really high level competition, and this fight that he's got with Lyoto Machida is going to be really interesting to watch because neither one of these guys like to get hit, and they're really good at not getting hit and also being real aggressive towards who they're fighting.
Nobody likes to get hit, Bri.
Yeah.
I've been hit before, and I'm like, wow, if I don't have to take that and absorb that punishment, but they are so lightning quick. They are bigger gentlemen in the light heavyweight category, and they possess the same type of moves as the smaller guys, though.
Oh, yeah, super fast. I mean, these guys have spent their whole lives, Lyoto Machida especially. I mean, he is the karate kid of the UFC. He's been practicing karate since he was knee-high to a grasshopper.
Right.
And this guy, I mean, he sees your punches before you think about throwing them. He sees your kicks, before your foot is even thinking about moving. And that's what makes this fun to watch. That's why where the mindset of folks of back in the day, it was a big sumo wrestler versus a cop fighting, and there wasn't much art to it. It was just, hey, let's see who's better.
Right.
This is an art form. This is highly technical, highly skilled, very athletic folks getting in the ring together.
And we're also going to be seeing Tito Ortiz against Little Nog. This will be Tito's third fight this year?
Yeah.
Yeah, Tito went from being in the doghouse of the UFC, where he was he and Dana White weren't exactly getting along, I guess, to where he's headlining fights. He's back, and he's actually somebody that you want to talk about, somebody that you can talk about. Plus, he's a name. Everybody knows the Huntington Beach Bad Boy from the way he enters the ring to his little gravedigger celebration. He's a guy he's polarizing. You either want him to win or you want him to lose, but either way, you want to see him when he gets in the ring.
And he's looked a lot better coming off that surgery, except for the Rashad Evans fight.
Yeah, but Rashad Evans is a bad man.
Yes, he is.
If anybody gets in the ring with that guy, you're gonna look a little bit bad. And Tito's been doing this for a long time.
Yeah, so this fight with Nogueira should be much more his speed.
Oh yeah. Actually, I mean, these two guys they're both they're both icons in the sport, and they've been doing it for a long time. They've really honed their game for the now mixed martial arts, and I think that'll be a good one. Actually, I think Tito's going to come out on top of that one. I think his power is going to really be in his advantage, and I see him going vintage Tito, ground and pound.
Well, man, that's great. Bri, thank you for the insight. We're going to get a chance to watch one of these live with y'all. I know we'll figure it out, and I think Eddie has had an opportunity to catch a couple with you, but I'm saying the collective we, including myself. But listen, you and Jordan keep putting out the great information, and tell the listeners where they can go for all this.
Yeah, absolutely. And when you want to get the collective we together, we'll be at Third Base Round Rock this coming up weekend to watch UFC 140. But if you want to just get all your news and notes about mixed martial arts, you can head over to MMANonstop.com. We take all of your notes from around the web, put it into one place, and then we've got interviews with guys like your boy Eve Edwards. We talked to him last week. Everybody, just so come take a look and support ATX, and that's how we do it.
Awesome. And also follow him on Twitter, Nonstop MMA. So, again, thank you. Enjoy the day, man. And maybe we'll see you next weekend. I'm actually going to be up at the Cowboys-Giants game. See, man, it's tough. There's so much going on in the world of sports. But I'll get a chance to follow up with y'all nonetheless. So we appreciate it. Have a great weekend, man. Stay dry, and we'll talk to you soon.
Thanks, gentlemen. You too.
All right.